Welcome! This is Coincident, and you are watching a speedrun of Ultimate Doom Episode 3, with 100% kills and secrets on Ultraviolence difficulty. The current world record is 24 minutes, but my goal is to beat the 18-minute mark. Let's go! We start on the very worst map of the episode. With very few shells and lots of high health monsters, you either use a pistol to kill things, or resort to infighting. Infighting is faster but more inconsistent, so the strategy here is to repeat the first map 1,000 times until you get lucky.
Oh, fuck you.
We now grab the shotgun and the shells start counting down. If we reach 0 and need to use the pistol, the run will most likely be too slow and we'll need to restart. That was a lot of infighting behind the door.
Where's the... Okay.
The last Kako is dead? Great! We can continue forward with 10 shells. Let's hope that the pinkies die in 2 shots each.
No, why did I do that? No, fuck.
That was a bit slow, but 4 shells are just enough for the final room. Try to pull the imps to the right side to attack the secret on the left as soon as possible. Now grab the large medkit before leaving.
09, I'm continuing. I'm getting good times today. All of them under 110. I'm on fire apparently. I usually get 113s, 118s and above. So I'm happy.
A decent time for the first map. Even though this is 5 seconds slower than my PB for map 1, it's still 4 seconds faster than my last episode attempt. Moving on to map 2, kill the shotgunner and grab his ammo. Try to get double kills on the zombies and quickly step on the lava. This lowers the secret with the chain gun. Try not to die here. Keep shooting the monsters while walking backwards into medkits. Kill these monsters on the left and grab the rocket launcher on the right for 2 extra rockets. Let's grab the Berserk before we die. Now with the Berserk, we can start killing things faster. Punch this Kako demon to death.
No, fuck you.
Health is low, so grab the medkit and shoot that zombie on the way. Punch another Kako demon and grab the blue armor.
What?
Very unlucky damage rolls. Punch the next Kako demon once and move back, so its fireball hits the specters behind you and provokes infighting. Let the Kako and the specters kill each other as you go through this area. Lost souls do not count towards the kill percentage, but you might still need to kill some that get in your way. However, the fewer lost souls you kill, the faster your run will be. Grab the ammo in this cave and shoot the first shotgunner. Step on the red floor and move up with the fists.
No. Okay.
Try to ignore the lost souls and kill everything else. Lots of shotgunners die to infighting. Beautiful. Distribute as evenly as possible 4 rockets on the 3 Kako demons here. Chain gun to damage them a bit, and then fists for the specters. Finish off the Kako with the chain gun and run for the exit. Punch back any lost souls that get in your way and swap to the chain gun before exiting. You'll need it on the start of the next map.
Yes, new best. That's a new PB.
An excellent time. 7 seconds faster than my last episode run. 2 seconds faster than my best segment for this map. This is quite a promising start. My heart rate gets quite high when these runs go well. A mix of excitement and adrenaline. That's why I do these small pauses in between each map. I take deep breaths and try to reduce my heart rate. Otherwise, shaky hands and nervousness might lead to mistakes. On map 3 we start by pushing back these monsters and running directly for the Berserk and the backpack that are located in this secret area. Grabbing the backpack early is important to keep collecting cells for later, and the Berserk punching damage is a power-up that only lasts until the end of each map, so we need to collect the Berserk again to punch hard again. The Berserk has a very high DPS, but is also very unreliable. If you're unlucky, pinkies can die in 5 punches. If you're lucky, everything dies in 1. Let's punch 5 imps here. 5 punches, not bad. And that pinky died in 1 punch, which means we catch this second pinky close to us. And another 1 punch kill. Quite lucky so far. Now let's move across to this side where we can grab the BFG. This is the first time it appears in Doom 1. Punch the air in advance to wake up some imps that will move closer to us. Grab the invulnerability and BFG the Baron outside. Try to kill the imps on the right side as well. Oh no, they survived.
No, fuck you.
I used the shotgun here instead of punching, because if I move forward I would step in a new sector and wake up a group of monsters that would start moving and ruin the route later on.
Come on.
Punch this Baron while standing on its left side to avoid the block map bug. Punch the other monsters and then fire 3 rockets at the demon pool party. Let's circle back to the start, fire the BFG ball at the Caco demon, and immediately step back so the tracers kill the other monsters. Punch these pinkies and grab the rocket and medkit on the left. Before going to the exit room, we need to have 48 kills, so there are 3 monsters left somewhere. That's the last roaming imp. Let's collect 2 secrets here and fire 2 rockets into the exit room.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's medium.
Another fast time. That was just 1 second slower than my previous episode run, which was very close to the best segment anyway. The upcoming map 4 is the longest and the deadliest map of this run. Even with 2 invulnerabilities, the risk of dying is 3 to 4 times higher than any other mid-episode map. Again, I exhale slowly to remain calm while visualizing in my mind the beginning of the next map and the route that I'll need to take.
Okay.
Pick up all the rockets and use the shotgun to kill the pinky and the zombies on the right. Shoot once here and grab the berserk. Punch all of these pinkies now, but try not to lose much health. You will need as much health as possible for the rest of the map. Many 1-punch kills. This is definitely a lucky run. Let's play some barrel pinball and do an item bump to grab the cells through this wall.
Nice. Nice.
Done. Rocket launcher to kill the Caco demons. Finish them off with the shotgun to save ammo for later. Use the chain gun to shoot the barrels, activate the right crusher immediately. Grab the invulnerability and punch everything. The Caco and 1 pinky got crushed. Excellent. Let's move forward. Fire the BFG at this monster trap and swap to the fist to punch any survivors. No survivors. Move forward with the BFG and shoot the Baron while facing the lost souls. 1 more BFG ball at the Caco demon and tracers to kill the pinkies. Fire 5 shotgun shots as you move backwards into this room and grab the ammo inside. 2 rockets for this Caco and get out before the door closes. Nice double kill. 2 more monsters alive. Go through the blue door once you have 61 kills. Punch the imps and the zombies. Punch the Caco 3 times and then the barrels. Well, that's good enough. The deadliest room is coming up next. Punch the zombie on the left, move through with the BFG and shoot it backwards to kill everything. Grab the BFG down in this secret for some ammo, and let's hope that the Caco demons approach these barrels. No Cacos here, whatever. Oh, that barrel still hurt them. 3 rockets for the Cacos, 2 more for these imps, and BFG for the Baron.
No. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay.
That was a block map bug that made the Baron survive a direct BFG blast. Thankfully, we didn't lose much health or time there. 4 rockets at this trapdoor and step on the water to open the doors. 3 rockets backwards into the imps and chain gun for the hit scanners. Grab the invulnerability, the yellow key, and fire rockets at these pinkies. Move forward quickly before the invulnerability runs out. You'll need to shoot rockets danger close up ahead.
No.
Collect the secret behind the Lost Soul. 1 rocket at the pinky, 2 rockets at the Kako, and BFG behind the Baron.
Yes.
That was an excellent BFG shot. Extra rockets to damage the pinkies downstairs. One more Kako demon before the exit.
Fuck yes! Another PP. Oh, that was fast! Oh, my best is 330. Was 330, now it's 323. All right. Okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. Okay, I need to drink some water.
If the previous maps were fast, this one was an absolute blitz. 17 seconds faster than my previous best and another new best segment. My goal may be getting a sub 18 run, but the sum of the best segments is now getting close to sub 17. This run is looking very promising right now. I just need to remain calm and avoid mistakes. However, that is easier said than done in the upcoming map 5. The next map is an RNG mess. There's a 20% chance of monsters' movement getting soft-locked, making it impossible to reach 100% kills. We have virtually no control over monster movement, and if that happens, the run's dead. Let's just hope we get lucky.
Okay.
Pre-fire the BFG before the teleporter to kill these pinkies. Use the shotgun to kill the pinky while moving through these columns to open the way forward. Punch the specters close to the door to lure the lost souls here, so they don't bother you while you're pressing these buttons. Grab the blue key and go outside with the BFG in hand. Kill this Baron now. If you don't, that Baron may roam around the map and get stuck in random places, making you lose a lot of time later. Punch through these enemies, grab the large pack of cells and go through the teleporter. Now with the blue key, let's go to the blue room, which is the worst part of this run. Open the door, shoot once to wake up all the monsters and move away. The monsters will slowly teleport inside that room, which is where they can get stuck forever and kill this run. Don't worry about your health here, there are 4 large medkits ahead. BFG these 2 Kakos, punch a few monsters and go through these doors. Now run across and BFG backwards into the room.
No!
That was a bad BFG shot. We lost a bit of time there, but not a lot. Let's tag this secret in the corner and go to the central arena to kill everything there. Collect the 4 secrets, collect the yellow key, and fire 3 BFG shots at the 3 barrels. If there are any survivors, punch them to death. Time to check out the blue room and hope no monsters got stuck. 2 BFG shots and 3 rockets to kill the horde. Collect the ammo inside this room and pray that all the imps teleport in quickly.
Come on. Two more. Come on.
Open the door before the last imp and run to the exit.
Come on. Yes. Oh, get out of my way. Okay. Oh, 250. That's acceptable. That's good. That's good. That's good.
More than just acceptable. That was 9 seconds faster than my previous run and another best segment. Both me and my chat are super excited about this run. It feels like the sub 18 goal is at hand. What I didn't know at the time is that this run is going so well that it's actually in sub 17 pace, which is indicated by the sum of best at the bottom left corner of the screen.
This is looking promising. I'm not gonna lie. This might be it. No joke.
The next map, however, is very prone to randomness. Monster movement can be very erratic and make me lose time. Worst case scenario, I can die in this map if I'm not careful, or just unlucky.
Okay, so now we're at map 6. Let's go.
Kill the shotgunner and SR-50 towards this door. Shoot 2 imps and go inside. Grab the secret, the berserk, and teleport outside. Careful not to fall now. You can grab the chainsaw. From now on, punching will be very rare. Use rockets to kill these monsters and press the button on the right. Quickly fire 2 BFG blasts to kill the 2 groups of cacos outside. If you take too long, another group of cacos will start floating away. Another BFG shot for this group of monsters and grab the invulnerability. 2 more BFG shots for the caco demons and chain gun whoever survives. Now fire 3 rockets and try to hit the pinkies, which have higher health. 2 more rockets for this group of imps and grab another invulnerability. 2 rockets for 2 specters here, and another BFG ball for these cacos. Chain gun to kill them off. In this building, we want to fire 5 rockets in a specific order so we can get out before the door closes. Perfect. Use the chain gun to kill the smaller enemies here as you approach the Baron of Hell. BFG for the Baron and jump out of the window. Collect the rockets on the island, and 2 more BFG shots for this last group of cacos. Get close so all the BFG tracers hit. Push back the lost souls with the chain gun, kill the remaining monsters with the shotgun. Final SR-50 jump to the secret exit. Don't overshoot the jump.
Okay, that's another good time.
25 seconds faster than my previous episode run and a new best segment. That was an excellent time that lowered the sum of best down to 1648. Sub 17 is now within reach if I do the final 3 maps quickly and don't die. I added the statistics on the left side of the screen while editing this video, which means that when I was doing this run I did not have these numbers visible. I had a feeling this was a fast run, but I had no idea I could reach sub 17. Instead, I was focused on reaching my goal, sub 18 minutes. And for that, I knew that I only had to play it safe from here and avoid dying, even if it meant going for slower strategy. The beginning of the secret map is identical to map 1, but now we have the BFG, so we can immediately kill these 2 caco demons. Next, we should use 6 rockets against the pinkies in the corridor.
Safe strats.
But that is risky. Instead, I use the chain gun to avoid self-damage from the rockets, which happens sometimes if one of the pinkies does not die with 1 rocket. This is a slower strat, so we're starting to lose time. 3 rockets for the imps. Open the exit and the secret door and say hello to the cyber demon. As soon as it starts shooting, fire a BFG shot at a diagonal and try to kill it with 2 BFG shots only. Yes. Good. Grab this huge pile of rockets and go back. We now have enough ammo to spam rockets against everything until the end of the run. 3 rockets on the left, press the button, 3 rockets on the right, grab the invulnerability of the cells and keep firing rockets. Aim at the Cacos so they get extra damage from the direct hit, while the low health imps die from blast damage.
No, Caco Demon.
That Caco Demon refused to die. Another time loss.
Okay.
We have 43 kills here, which means we can move forward. Pre-fire the BFG and move slightly left after teleporting to kill these Cacos. Fire another BFG behind this Baron to also kill a few shotgunners. And 2 more BFGs for the remaining Barons. Since we have so many, rocket everything on the way to the exit. Oh no, shotgunner back there. And it's dead.
Nice, another fast one. This is it.
This was an average time. 1 second slower than the previous run. 8 seconds slower than the best segment. This puts the sub 17 time at risk, but sub 18 is still within reach. I'm very excited about getting this goal on stream, so much so that my heart rate refuses to go down, no matter how much I exhale. I do want to stay as calm as possible though, because the next map is somewhat technical and has a few precise SR50 jumps that can ruin the whole run. Time to go. Strafe left to avoid the shotgunners and fire 6 rockets at the pinkies. Two more rockets at these pinkies and grab the blue key. Go back with the BFG and fire twice to kill all the pinkies and Cacos. Rockets or shotgun to kill any survivors.
Fuck! No! Fucking plasma.
With that unfortunate auto weapon switch, we just ruined the ammunition count for cells. We needed 80 cells up ahead to fire 2 BFG shots. But now we will only have enough for 1. This has never happened to me before, so I don't have a plan B. I'm spending this entire time thinking, trying to find a way to improvise the next area somehow, as the rest of my brain clears this maze in autopilot mode. Here we go. Since we only have 1 BFG shot, the Cacos are the top priority. And now go back for the pinkies. All done, but we lost quite a bit of time there. Let's do some precise SR50 jumps here too. Oh no, did that zombie survive a rocket? Another time loss. This is not looking good. Come on. We can exit now. 2 more SR50 jumps ahead. Be careful with this next jump.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this time is insane. Oh my god. Okay. I don't care if this is slow. I'm gonna take it easy. I'm just not going to die. Oh my god, this time. Okay, breathe.
Only now did I realize that this could have been a sub 17 run, even though that is now impossible due to the previous map. Sub 18 is within reach because I've done the final map before in 17 seconds. I just need to remain calm, not die, and not leave enemies alive in this final map. I decide to go for a safe strategy and kill everything before the mastermind.
Yes, yes, yes. Fuck yes! I don't care if it was a 22 sub 18 run. That's not a sub 18 run. That's a 17:20 fucking one. Yes. And I got this on stream. Oh my god.
I'm super happy for having crushed my sub 18 goal, and also for proving to myself that sub 17 is indeed possible.
Oh dear. 17:21. That is so sub 18. I was hoping for the 17:55, 17:58. No, 17:21. Like, that's it. This will be the world record. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done. It's over.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. That's all, folks. See you later.